Okay, best combat pistol. I know most of you are wondering exactly what is inside here, and we're going to get into it. But remember, this is my opinion. I've got a lot of experience. I'm an active self operator. I've been doing it for a while now, and I'm going to get into why I think this is the best combat pistol. So before we get into it, I want to be clear what I mean by combat pistol, okay? So when I say combat pistol, I mean, actually deploying in the military, in any branch, doing real operations or domestic law enforcement or any sort of actual combat. And I know I keep using that word, but I can't emphasize enough where you're fighting for your life. This is the gun that you would want, in my opinion. Now, I'm not saying this is the best competition gun. I'm not saying this is the best home defense gun. I'm not saying this is the best everyday carry, the best truck gun, even though it does blend in a little bit of all of them. But when we say in the combat, this is it. So, with that being said, I give you my Glock 34. So, for those of you who don't know, this is the Glock 34 Gen 5. Some of the things they changed about this gun from the Gen 4 to Gen 5s, they took out the finger grooves. They gave us an ambidextrous slide release. They rounded these edges off on the upper receiver. And they gave us a match grade barrel and some other random stuff I don't really care about. So this is it. So for you guys out there, this gun is completely clear. So we're just gonna get into my build and why this is the best combat pistol, okay? So first and foremost, the size. So I mean, I'm a bigger guy. I'm 6'1", 6'2", depending on who you ask. And I got big hands, and this definitely fits my hands properly. This definitely is the size that I need, okay? Another thing that most people don't think about is not necessarily about the Glock 34, but Glocks in general. They offer these back straps. Most people don't really utilize them. You know, they open up their case, they see them sitting there, and they just kind of toss them away. Especially, I did that at the beginning. But I got this back strap on here, and it really allows me to get a good high grip on my pistol right here, and it really helps sink in. So don't toss these out. These are good. Make sure you just play around with it and figure out which one works for you best. But yeah, overall, Glock comes with a really good backstrap kit. So getting into it, I also use X300 Surefire. I use it for a couple reasons. One, it's flush with the 34. For some reason, it just makes it easier for me. It's easier to find holsters. It's easily detachable. You just push these two toggles down, slide it out, and it slides back in. It's also on there like really well. Like, I don't think you can just get it off without pressing these detents. It also has ambidextrous levers on each side, so you can use it for your firing hand. You can press down and up if you want, or you can use your non-firing hand and you can press down and up if you want, or you can just use them both at the same time. So it's really helpful, and it's really bright. I also run a Leopold Delta Point Pro up here. The other thing that makes this different than the Glock 17 is it comes with a pre-cut RMR plate up here. So it has a spot to put an optic on it, to whereas if you have a 17 or a 19, you got to get those, either buy an aftermarket slide or you have to get it cut out. But these 34s, they come pre-made, so you just buy the plate kit essentially, and the optic that you want, and you mount it on. For those of you guys that want to know how, you're new to the game and you want to see how to attach your optic for the first time, it's really sensitive. You can mess it up, especially these screws. So just comment below and let me know if you want to see how to mount your optics, or if you want to see the difference between the Glock 17 and the Glock 34, because they're kind of similar, but obviously I'm going with this one. Another thing I run is a Dawson Ice Magwell, the flare Magwell. Don't get too crazy. You can buy like really cheap ones off Amazon and some eBay ones, or even 3D printed ones, and like those are good, I guess, but overall like they wear out pretty easy. So this Dawson Ice one's really good because if you look, it comes with a a plate right here, and as you wear out this feed tray, as the magazine goes in and out, it'll wear it out eventually, and as it gets wore out, you can just pop this off and replace it. And also, what they don't tell you when you buy these Dawson Ices are it comes with weighted base plates. So these are the ZevTech +2 base plates, but when you buy the Dawson Ice flared magwell, it comes with base plates. I should have brought them in the video, but I forgot, so who cares. Also, I run suppressor sights. So if you look, the height of the front sight post is obviously it's meant for a suppressor. So if you had a suppressor on here, you'd be able to see over it. And if you notice the back, I don't really have functioning rear sights right now. This is more of like if this were to fall off, I would have my sights on there, and I like that a little better, and let me tell you why. So this Delta Point Pro, you can put these rear sights in that little groove back there, and you can co-witness your rear sights and your front sight post through your optic. So I don't agree with that because I'm using the optic primary, and if it were to fall off or get broken off, I would have standalone rear sights and front sights, and that's why I run like that. And also, when I draw, when most of you guys draw, if you're not familiar with optics, when you draw and you present and you bring it up to your eye, you're gonna have a hard time finding that red dot. And if you're not used to it, this front sight post allows your eye to focus in on something, and then it'll transition from the green front sight post to the actual red dot. And with practice, you'll get the hang of it. So yes, and this is it. Honestly, this is the gun that I run in real life. This is the gun that I believe in. This is the gun that I will take to combat. For those of you that want to see just how to disassemble it really fast, for those of my new gun owners out there. So I obviously make sure it's clear. Take the magazine out. There's nothing in there. Double check. And in order to disassemble it, the slide has to be forward. So squeeze it forward, squeeze the trigger, pull it back slightly, move these detents down, and it'll go forward and it'll come right off. You just take the spring, it just slides right out, and the barrel comes right out. And this is essentially field stripping. This is where you can clean it on a more intense level. If you guys want to see a video on taking this apart, just comment below and let me know, and I'll be happy to take this apart and show you guys. But you only have to do this every now and then. You don't really have to get in there crazy. There's a couple Q-tips and a couple pipe cleaners, and like it'll be fine. But this is essentially what you need right here. And put it back together, just reverse order. Just get your barrel, slide it in, get your spring, make sure that's in there. And then this is where it gets kind of tricky. So you want to make sure you take these grooves and you line them up with these grooves. Once you get the grooves on, it'll look like this. Take it, slide it back, and rack it. I just like to do it a couple times just to make sure. Squeeze the trigger, and it works. But yeah, overall, this is my pistol, and this is what I love. I've got plenty of guns. I got a lot of different guns. I've got ARs. I got kits, helmets. So comment below. Let me know what you guys want to see in the future. And as you can see, this is a brand new channel. This is my first video, so I apologize for the light quality and the camera quality and everything you guys are going to complain about. But this is literally my first video, so please go ahead, like and subscribe, and help us out so we can keep making gun videos for you guys. Thanks.